That being said, twende kazi. Can make sure like iko sawa hapo. That being said, twende kazi. Umeshindaje? How are you, man? How are you? How have you been?
Yeah, I'm doing great, bro. Thank you for having me here with you today, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Just
You
pushing life as usual.
Nice. Ulikuwa zoezi leo? Ulikuwa zoezi?
Yeah. We actually had a friendly game.
Okay.
We hosted a team called Fundamental.
I know them. Yeah, huyu jamaa.
Yeah.
I actually know the guy. Yes. Ball for Christ or something like that. Yes.
So, yeah.
That is good, man. That is good. So home kunaendelea aje? How you guys are huko mali huko? How are things?
You mean PBA players, coaches, what? Kupoa. Maybe I can just acknowledge a few achievements coming from the players we coach. There's Austin Omondi, who just came back from Senegal. Yeah, and there's Just Raj, who got selected to.
Okay. Nice. Nakupata. Ilikuwa ina load kidogo but tunakupata.
Yeah.
Imekuwa
nice. Busy month, especially last month and this month. Yeah, I'd say I've seen players really pushing beyond their limits, you know. Basketball culture is really growing on this side. I see players wanajaribu kubora what they're seeing other players, their peers are doing out there. They're also trying to do the same here. Like summer breaks on as it take so serious.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Just it's an amazing thing to see, and coming from players, especially under 18. Yeah, because I mean, when I look back, I wasn't that hardworking. Let me just be honest, you know. And probably we might say it's just lack of proper guidance.
Kabisa. Yeah. By the way, speaking of that, I don't know. I also feel like because of the internet, they're able to see their age mates. Because of the internet, they're able to, you know, like during our time, Buddha. I've spoken about this. I got a DVD from a friend of mine who actually passed away. May I can't afraid. In fact, alikuwa anakaa tu hapo kando ya Parklands police station. There's some buildings hapo. That is where I used to stay. So he gave me this DVD for better basketball, and because that was the only information that I had, I was able to do those drills like kabisa, and I was able to improve yani kabisa. But the good thing about this time is, number one, they can see other players from other countries who are the same age and what they're able to do. So that gives them psyche of, hey, Buddha, at American, I can do this. But the other side is with somebody like you, somebody like me, you know, we're able to give back to them through teaching them and coaching them. We are able to like take all that information from the internet and just give them exactly what they need to help them improve. Because I think, what do you think about that, by the way? Sai kuna information everywhere.
True,
what do you think about that? Because in a are confused.
Man, what you just said is totally true, man. And say, Akuna, there's no reason not to be good, you know. Like, all you need is the internet, you know, your information is just out there. And to be honest, I think it's going to be tough for this generation right now because the information is out there, so meaning competition is gonna be high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you really have to work hard, like no cap. You have to show up, because if you're not doing it, someone else is doing it out there, you know, and eventually you're all aiming towards almost the same goal. So and information again is out there, so kila mtu anaweza access drills, kila mtu anaweza get a ball, and just, you know, all you need is space and a ball, you know. Sometimes players come up with these excuses about not having a hoop at home. You know, even for us, we like to encourage them to, especially when it comes to something like shooting. Shooting, you don't need a hoop. It's about growing the muscle. So you can just shoot against the wall. It's about just utapata hoop. Now you work on your shots. But if you don't have the hoop, you can just work on your follow through.
Kabisa.
Same thing with ball handling, as what you just said earlier on. You know, come up better basketball. Ni a classic DVD, manzi.
No man.
And it still works till today. I still use it, you know.
Me too. And I normally just tell them, by the way, you're so lucky, and you should use us like maximum, because for us, we really we didn't have somebody to like guide us. But me, I'm thankful that I did not get access to so much information. Nilipata tu better basketball, and there's a guy called Dylan who plays for Barclays right now. Alinipeanga some notes. I still have them. It's a red file. Coach Zedian like geo file, like plays, iko na hizo fundamentals, iko hadi na how to run a camp. Like there's actually a timetable. Sema kwa unataka run yote. So when I went back to high school, nikiwa captain, hiyo ndio tamata really grows. Because now tulikuwa na, there was a structure, unaona. So but that was our time, so any time yao, so tunawaambia niliona players kwa this competition that this guy just went to. I don't know if it was let me just call it a camp. Ile as did basketball. So one of the players I think nilikuwa nimemuona hapo. But don't mzee hapo na
that's the I mentioned him earlier on. His name is Odhiambo.
Maybe ilikuwa imehangi kidogo. Yes, baby. That is
before.
Iko sawa.
So like, even just looking back at him, unajua, alianza back in 2020, imagine. It's been not even 2 years. So that should be enough inspiration to the rest of the younger players who are also looking to go take their talent out there, you know. Also, alianza, it's been like 1 year and maybe 8 months, and already he's seeing results. So honestly, if you put in the work, it's just a law, unajua. Can never fail you. It can never fail you.
That is amazing. And at times, there's
and we should have like 100 coming from our side, you know. So I think it's a challenge to us trainers, or rather coaches. We need to come together. If we're really talking about helping these kids, it should not be about us. It should be about the kids. So I believe that we should come together as trainers. I can get to learn something from you. You get to learn something from me, and that goes just all over the whole community of training. I think one thing as a challenge we are facing.
I was actually going to ask you your challenge number. Just that you brought it up, so let us just talk about it. That is a challenge that you're going through actually. So there's this guy who has this channel called By Any Means Basketball. I've forgotten his name, but channel, they actually held like a conference. Your conference, like if you want for it online, it's like $200 or something like that. But they held a conference for trainers. Like they came together, Devin in the lab, so Trey Young, nimesahau jina yake, jamaa wa Pure Sweat, this the same, yani walikam pamoja, and they were able to
Adidas.
Yes, they were able to come
PJ
together.
Performance.
Yes. That guy. I was actually watching one of us today while I was working. But they came together, they started sharing those ideas from each other. Actually, a vision of, we get to a place where we can actually have a conference as self-development. We have something like that just for basketball.
True.
We sit, we discuss, we anapeana ideas, who you ask questions. Maybe somebody maybe from another country, maybe more experience, they can come, they share the ideas so that we grow together. And that is
true.
In a farmer. Should be about the kids, not about us.
And also, just to add on what you're talking about, like, it's so easy to forget that at the end of the day, we're not promising these kids that we're taking them to the NBA, so basketball should just be like a vehicle to help them understand how to go about life issues. It's not just about taking the ball and kuweka ball kwa basket. So as coaches, again, we need to also help these kids grow as people. By the time they're leaving us, they're good brothers, sisters, and at the end of the day, they become good citizens too. So it's not just about becoming a pro basketball player. Because you can imagine a kid kama asipo make it to that big dream and he's fall into depression.
That is true.
So we need to also prepare them for the best and the worst. Adversity to always, you can't run away from that,
That is true. And what I've come to learn, like while I'm working with also these young guys, what I've come to learn is if they really tulikuwa tuna discuss one day when we actually met. I think we met, we're talking about self-development.
And the energy was high, your vibration.
Unasoma hii book. So and there's a I think it was Bob Proctor or Zig Ziglar who said that people won't care until they know that you really care about them. They really don't care about what you have, what you're offering.
True.
You're coaching them and you really show them buda hapa nakukazia nakwambia urudi kitu mara kadhaa because they know Kolo cares. They'll do it
for sure.
And that is something that will stay with them. So we're not just giving you drills and you're not just there to execute. No, we are giving you an opportunity to hey guys, freeze. Why did you make that pass? Or why did you make that cut? So you're also giving them an opportunity to like think, and then as we continue to converse, they're able to see, after I pass here, I should cut on the ball side. This is why I should cut here. So they're able to understand, and by doing that, they can actually apply the same thing huku nje. There's somebody who said these top athletes who like manage themselves well, Shaquille O'Neal, or Jordan, LeBron, Kyrie, these guys are able to succeed in business. Even kunata wengine hatuwajui, but they're able to succeed in business because of what they learned in sports. You understand what they learned in sports? So it plays a huge role that we have to do more than just hizo drills na manini.
True. I agree to that, man.
Before we continue, by the let me just
some jokers right here, man.
Peaches and cream. Peaches. That is my cousin, by the way. Huge shout out
to Peter. Peter Marshall.
Anasema
Those are my boys. How are you? The twin brothers. The twins. Yeah.
that
Those
is
are my guys, man.
Leave your comments or your questions ziwacheni hapo and we'll see how to get to them. Aya, kumba so comment vitu mingi
that you look just follow. Yeah, and again, just to remind people, we need to enjoy this journey, even as coaches. These kids will not forever be 15 years old. They'll not forever be 18 years old. Time is flying. So every moment we have with these kids, we need to give our all, man, and just build a good relationship with them. It's equal to coach and player relationship, It should go beyond like even outside basketball, just you get to know this player as a person. If you even be open with them, you talk about things like girlfriends. We should not act like it's not happening, man. Just picture yourself at 16. You used to go after women, maybe. So let's not act like it's not happening. So you should be open-minded. Advise them where you can. Because if we're just tied on rules. These kids will not open up.
They'll like lock out. Yeah. Ukweli.
So relationship should go beyond basketball.
Should go beyond basketball. Like even right now, I have a challenge. Actually, funny thing, guys are asking if they can join. We started a challenge for 30 days. We're like, guys, we're going to be meeting every day for 30 minutes.
I saw a couple of videos you posted,
Yeah, so like
videos uko post.
Nazipo kwa ninio kwa Instagram na WhatsApp na Facebook. So kuna someone wako like, guys, how can I join? But the thing was, I started this challenge first of all to help me be accountable to them, but also for them to be accountable to us or to the other guys. And I mean, tumekuwa tukifanya and the feedback is great. One person has to share a quote each and every day.
Oh, nice.
As tukishafanya like the first set, if it's your day, you have to share a quote. Unatuambia, we maybe think about it ama tunaongelea kidogo and then tunaendelea. So with that, here I'm teaching them how to communicate. Unajua ni kitu kidogo tu, lakini uko kwa kamera and you have to communicate. Unatuambia nimepata hii quote ni blah 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 blah. I have like called Adrian. You've met Adrian. Unajua we'll be talking, and then he'll give us an example of Goggins, how he explained something. I'm like, because now that also gives you the ability to speak like in front of people. So it's not just about basketball, it's what you actually put into them. So you need to do this. And so guys, if you have questions tafadhali for coach, let us know in the comment section. Somebody is asking how they can join your program. I think they can go to your page. Hapo vizuri. So tuendelee na maneno. So just tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of where you grew up. So because of so that tuende kwa the main thing. But when nilikwambia I want this to be a conversation. Sitaki kwa like interview ya TV hapa.
nakupata.
So unaweza tuambia tu where born maybe ulienda shule wapi, alafu maybe when you started playing basketball, alafu tuendelee kutoka hapa. So that guys just understand and maybe know you a little bit.
Okay, so
we'll answer it. Just send it to you and then we'll answer this.
Okay. Growing up, I grew up on the Eastlands area in Comarog.
Nice.
Moved to Donholm. Actually, Donholm ndo nilianza kucheza basketball. But ilikuwa more of street basketball. Najua that time is when we had the and one hot sauce. coming up. Not
Yeah.
sure. Even most of us, our main goal was just to cross someone, you know.
Yeah.
Just cross, that's enough. I was not even about shooting. I must layup from a dunking. All I wanted to do is just cross you. I'm a chobo. You know, chobo, imetosha. Yeah. So that's how it goes. And then, then when I joined high school, Nakuru High. Went to Nakuru High, yeah. I joined high school, hapo ndo nikafunzwa structured basketball, layups, you know, just working as a team. You know, initially I was just so individualistic. Then now I met a coach who taught me how to play structured basketball. I was a skilled player, but not so disciplined in terms of showing up to practice. Yeah, I never liked the physical workouts. So you can imagine.
Everybody, yeah.
But now unajua ukishakuwa wewe unabeba team, ego battles, you know.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, and the mistake the coach made, aliniweka captain.
Captain.
Yeah. Trust me, this is what I used to do. Games. Watu wanatoa do, we go buy creatine. Because siku napeleka physical workouts. Hatukuwa tunafanya conditioning work.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I was so much, I was friends with rugby players, so nilikuwa already exposed to supplements and all this stuff. So yeah, our rugby players used to use creatine. So just creatine the energy, endurance. Yeah. You can last like 3 games, but thereafter, unajua fatigue catch up. It's crazy.
Normal.
Yeah. So hiyo nilikuwa natumia mazee before games. Yeah.
Unaenda
so
kuenda.
One thing someone can learn from my lesson is shortcuts are never gonna get you anywhere, unaona? Yeah, I think that was my beginning of shortcuts. Now just life, you know. So most of the stuff I did from 16 to 23, I was just trying to get by stuff, unajua, cheating in exams.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah. So just trying to get by. Kumbe, not knowing that I'm creating this bad habit and itakuja kuni affect, even just outside my school life. Yeah. So after I went to JQuad, I played for the first year. Again, I wasn't a hard worker, so couldn't stay in the team. Nikatafuta excuse, nikasema here is too much politics. I cannot be in such an environment. So
yeah, you'll always find an excuse. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I was like, let me hit the gym, because it was either you go to the gym or basketball. But now when I'm looking at basketball, I'm like, hata kuna cash, you know, there's not enough money in basketball. And uko nikienda, there's too much politics to join a team, all this stuff. You know, it's players from different high schools, all these good players have come together in one environment, and there's one coach who's trying to control all these players who think they're really good, you know. Mi pia niko na ego yangu. Then I was like, let me just quit basketball. So I can substitute basketball with lifting weights. Yeah, so I got into bodybuilding. So I just used to go to the gym. First 2 years, kama kawaida, building the sexy muscles. Unajua, chest by.
For the ladies.
Plus, you skip leg day every day, man.
Johnny Bravo.
And funny thing, when you walk inside the gym, the first thing you meet right there ni squat rack. Sisi nani? Bench. Ilikuwa bench every day. Chest by. Yeah, so again, man, proper guidance. To like proper guidance I wish we had someone to guide us as we're doing it right now for these kids.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that you're doing this. So share a lot from my experience to these kids, you know. So everybody has a story, you know, at the end of the day, everybody has a story and everybody can share the story. And in one way or the other, the story is going to impact someone's life, unajua. So this is my story, Sasani. I don't even think I've ever come in public like this, talking about myself. But yeah, thank you for this opportunity, bro.
That is good, man. That is good. That is very understandable. And we all go through that, man. Hatuko perfect, and at times we come and realize maybe you are going through that hardship to make sure that
Yeah.
work with guys like Austin Amanani who are now growing. They'll not go through the same thing. They'll hear your story, they'll be like, Buddha mi hapo siendi. Hiyo sipati. Buddha yani venye unakaa hivi Buddha uliachilia ikaenda. So they'll be like, maybe I won't follow that. So it's always okay to share the I normally share my own because hata si kitu, like I share it because I've learned from it. I'm sure it will like inspire them to be, you know, better versions of themselves. So yeah, that is good. So ukienda ni China ama Japan?
Yeah, China. So yeah, fast forward. So in uni, I tried a couple of stuff. I tried modeling. I used to get shows. Nilikuwa hata signed. That didn't go well. Yeah. So this is just me trying to find myself. You understand?
Yes, I know.
It's a different, you know, if you really, if you look at it in a deeper eye, maybe you might say, this is me, this is my pilgrimage, you know, I'm trying to find myself. So maybe hizo vitu zote zilikuwa bricks just to get me to where I am maybe right now. And certainly nimefika anyway, there's a lot to learn and a lot to build. But yeah, I'm always ready to go down that road. So in uni, I did modeling, I tried DJing, I went for classes, but now sikuwa na equipment. So one industry tena, watu ni wachoyo sana, DJs. Yeah, I struggle. I'm calling someone, I'm like, yo, I need to do some practice. And I'm busy, nini. So then I quit DJing again, you know? So it's like in my life, I've been doing things halfway. You know? Yeah. I have the skill and I believe in myself, niko na your talent, but there's just some way I hit a wall, unajua. I'm just limiting myself every time, you know? I even started another brand called 254 Future for Fitness. Then I threw it on the side again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So now going to China, my brother used to study in China, so he invited me over. This was after university. So when I went there, the main hustle he used to do was, for him, he used to play pro basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna study and at the same time he's playing as a professional.
Nice.
Same case as me, just depending on talent. Actually he got selected for, he went 2009 and 2010, alienda Basketball Without Borders. Your time Tyler Okari, James Matiang. Yeah, walienda South Africa, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so my brother pia amekuwa kisale na talent, you know, but not considering hard work. Kuna time we went to the gym and threw up shots or something like that, you know, just depending on talent. Now you get to China where this immense players, talent is coming from all over the world, unajua. Sasa players who didn't make it to the league, now you're here, you need to compete against these players. So I also joined a team going to Tigers in Shanghai. But now it's 23, 24. Imagine at 24, I've never played basketball for like 3 years. Niliacha nikiwa uni. Nime joined Div 2. Now I'm playing catch up.
I know.
Yeah. footwork is not right. I can't shoot. Now I'm trying to bring up my game. Yeah, Nikona team, I'm getting minutes, see, I cannot even prove myself because I need to bring back my skill. And I need to now try to catch up with these guys from the States, Europe, so it was kind of tough for me as a player, but I had coaching on the side, which I decided if I'm dedicating my time to the game, why not grow my skills and now share with the kids, so at least they get the opportunity to learn what I missed when I was their age, So the journey coaching has really been amazing, man. This ball has taken me places.
Ball. I normally think like the lines of the ball mean like it will take you around the world, not necessarily even just to be in Africa or what, but maybe even in your area, in your country, it will take you to places that like you never even thought of. Connect you with guys. Whoever came up with those lines was because every line connects somewhere. So me by there, because of basketball, ndio nilienda Uganda na nikaenda Tanzania, nje hapo, but najua as long as niko na life, najua Mungu atafungua manjia na tutaweza kuenda, just because of
true.
Yeah, because
and you're still pushing right now, you're among the few when you are doing this thing, and honestly doing it, not just unajua
sio kuweka tu video umechapa. I normally see some videos, by the way, let me just ask you about this. Naenda the story hapa. Unajua kuna kitu, I normally see some videos on Instagram. Me na follow watu wengi wa basketball. Like if I see anything for basketball, I just follow. But I normally see some msi ata post clip, like a perfect clip, like maybe amechapa ma combination, ameenda amespin kwa hewa, amechapa reverse between the legs, the back head, na ikaingia. Unaangalia vitu zingine, unagundua buda hakuna hata like hivi pata anafundishana drill ama nini ama anything. Na at times naonanga, unajua you can't like restrict somebody from watching particular content online, but I feel like tuko na hii notion ya highlights sana. Unajua I had a quote kitambo, I don't know, it went something like, for you to have highlights you have to work in the dark, something like that. Niliandikanga chini kitambo, for you to have highlights in the game you have to work in the dark, ama you have to work like where people are not seeing you, because manze watu wanapendanga. What do you think about wase who follow two highlights and then they go try to do those things on the court?
Actually, I think it's a Tracy rule out.
Yeah.
A Tracy rule out. But see enough to study film.
Yes.
There's a lot to miss. Yeah, even missed shots, you can get something from missed shots.
Yes.
And missed shots don't make they don't make it to the highlights. Alafu pia kuna rebounding, unajua, there's a lot that you miss from highlights,
Yeah.
The players without the ball.
How are they moving?
We're always focused on the guy with the ball. Most of us all, unajua. Exactly. It's like watching a movie. Kuna mtu watch movie and I watch the eye of the director. Kuna the same way. So kuna wale watch movie for entertainment. So
yes.
It's upon you. It's a free world. You choose. But now, if you want to be a good basketball player, you cannot act like an average player.
Yes.
Yeah,
I get
things have to be different, and it's painful. Your road is painful. It's not easy.
I don't think. Unajua mu record. I normally like saizi nikirecording nikijiambia okay, I'll be recording and then maybe put like maybe like 2 weeks ago we had a game. I recorded the whole game. And I YouTube. It's private for the guys the guys that I work with. Na maybe jiangalieni mkicheza. Don't just look at ile mliendelele hapa. Angalia ulikuwa cheza defense aje, ulishoot, follow through yako ilikuwa aje. Unajua how are you cutting? Unajua angalia ndogo ndogo and then that is how you will improve. Unasema tu okay, last time when I got open shots but they were not falling because from the video my follow through is not there. I'm hurrying on the shot and then that
a small detail as just the pinky finger touching the ball.
Touching the ball, yeah.
Because shot should come off the 3 fingers or 2.
Yes.
So, come on, if the player is not aware about all this stuff, it's even hard to change it. Because you keep on telling the player, you that was a bad shot, you need to tuck in your elbow. But now every time they go with the chicken wing, I realize, so it makes it even harder for whoever's trying to coach them, because it starts with the player understanding their mechanics first. You know what? I like to tell these players, it's your body. You don't let your body control you. You control your body. If you need air, don't move your head. Full body control. Most of the missed shots come from all this
unnecessary movement.
You stable the body. You shoot, you kick, all this stuff. You see Kyrie can shoot from the right side. Naki shoot, mainly right-handed shooters, when you shoot on the right side on the move, there's this tendency of the leg kicking, or your right leg kicking towards the left. But if you work with that shot, you can have your head steady. Upper body is not moving. Like in your leg kick, it's all fine.
Yes.
But sasa kitu mtu akiona kwa highlights, atenda to shoot that funny shot, but there's a lot you missed.
You missed the foundation, say. Kobe said one thing. It's a popular video on YouTube. I could train some white guy in a college. He said,
that's where I'm actually borrowing the whole idea from.
Yes. As long as even Chauncey Billups kwa ile better basketball, he said for him, kama niyo fader we ama nini, for him as long as his shoulders are like straight to the rim, huko chini ajali, as long as because he can even shoot from this position, it will go in. So on is only basics that he has built from the ground up, and now he's able to do what you see as highlights. You're able to see, if you go watch the masterclass, Steph Curry, he talked about how he shoots shots, like 100 shots and he does it every single time before he shoots. You understand? So this is what it takes. By the way, let me tell you, I watched Nikonayo masterclass. I watched it and I was like, Allah, I was expecting to see like some sijui tennis tanos kitupwa na anadribble na anazishika. There was nothing strange. By the way, the drills that this guy does, very basic. Like one thing that I normally do, by the way, I'll get a program, even subscribe for 1 month, but hiyo mwezi moja Buddha, nitapitia vitu zako zote hapo. As possible, na niandike notes, I'll do anything. So, but Steph Curry, I watched it and I was like, Buddha, this guy, man, is doing the normal things. Kama ni ball handling, basics. And then now, once you master those basics, easy to zingine, ma combinations, na nini, they just come through. So before you continue, nilikuwa nimeona nikaa tu alikuwa muuliza tu maswali hapa. Let me just a few and talk about goals. By the way, guys, thank you so much for Manze being patient. We had some challenges, but tuliendelea. Atieno anasema building blocks 100. Thank you so much. Keep sharing our stories. I think that he's talking to keep sharing our stories. Okay, that is hiyo nimekupata. Jim was worth it. Lol. I think tunajuana na yeye.
Yeah, ni mtu.
Atina Jim na Batarabas Buda. Ngoma. na ngoma kwa gym. You know my name is Kachaks. Aja tuone. There's a question here. There's a question about I think I can paraphrase if I don't get it. Buda lazima tuambie bana. Buda unaendaje gym na ngoma bana? Ama ujamaa na kuenjoy?
Atenda gym na nini?
Ngoma, unajua zile rabasi za ngoma, zile za black za mama.
Zi. Hiyo nikipatikana hiyo munibana.
Hiyo utaenda upate ujamu mwambie live kuja hapo upate some few seconds. But there was a question from this guy who was watching from London. Was it from London or from where? Basically, if you still do you still like big men on post moves? I think he was asking that because you know right now kuna hii mentality I just want to shoot from the logo na nini. Do you teach moves and stuff like that?
Yeah. I still do, and it's not just about the big man. Every player, especially under 18. I know some players are not gonna agree with me on this, but yeah, you need to have everything in your bag. As trainers, we should give them everything, post work, let them shoot threes, ball handling, name it all. Then thereafter, Waki join team is when they can specialize on maybe positions. But now at a young age, it's advisable for a coach or a trainer to give them everything. Hakuna kwa biased on height, size. Yeah. Everybody has to understand, you know, how am I gonna guard the post if I don't even know the post moves?
Yeah.
Exactly. Never predict. You know, if I see someone leaning on one shoulder, or maybe post and maybe he's only used to turning on the right with the right shoulder. I cannot get to understand that if I don't work on post moves. Sit on your detail. You know, as a good defender, I need to know my opponent's strengths and weaknesses. Now that's like scouting a player. So that's one thing you need to say. Your position as man, understand for me to be able to defend that position. And so
nice. You know,
even if we try to argue that you're short, actually there's no time we're ever going to find you down there. How about situations where there's rebounds? You win the rebound and you're down there because guards also crash in for rebounds.
Yeah. You have to go back to that far shot.
Are you going to dribble out and shoot threes?
Yeah, no.
No, you have to put the ball back in.
Yeah.
And now utaweka too, like, so obvious, you get blocked. You have to be crafty down there. So everybody has to learn the post moves.
Yeah, that is true.
It's positionless basketball these days. So
that is true.
Coach might just look at the bench, you go play number 5. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Now, by the way, you've actually talked about that. Now, sijai fikiria, but there was something, I don't know, it's because of the highlights that I used to watch, akina Lejuong, Abdul Jabbar. Unajua walikuwa si wetu when you're watching those documentaries, Showtime za Lakers, ama za Michael Jordan, the highlights. And for me, actually, nowadays, it's mechanism was a post move, nini. But if I can get the ball there, I can do something, I can even maybe create a pass or something. I didn't really do it. But nakumbuka, while I was coming up in the game, especially when I got better basketball, I was like, yani kumbe hapa chini, some moves you can actually do down here. And I was like, man, I used to do even the post moves. Unajua, the basic move, hiyo drop step, hiyo mini hook, buda hapo, hiyo ushike ball, you fake one side, you turn and shoot. You fake one side, you turn up and under. Unamaliza. Hizo tano buda nilikuwa nazifanya right and left. And I remember when players as venye unasema, nilikuwa na coach alikuwa anataka ni grow. So I was like, Akolo, ingia hapo chini tupe ile post move yako ulifanya zoezi. So unapata because training like hivyo kuna mtu mkubwa kukushinda, lakini unamchapia post move, unamchapia spin, unasikia vizuri buda. So I feel like it's true, like you have to also thing is once you work on that position, especially with defense, you appreciate your big man more. You appreciate unajua chini si rahisi. It's not
true.
Appreciate like budo jamaa anakimbia huku and then he has to come back to play defense. When you go the other side, I have to get him the ball, so you understand like his position. Also
true It should be like a continuous reminder to players.
Yes,
if you don't feed your bigs, they crack. No one's gonna help you with the rebounds.
Hapo anga shida. Kuna vitu hivi mlango inafunguliwa hivi layup, unaangalia mpaka uje ukae hapa hivi unanyimana ball. So but it's that is good. Let me just look for other question hapa hivi. Alan Liza, house for greatness, what is your end goal for engaging with engaging kids in these programs? So it depends on your kama pro basketball you have your own intentions, now you have your own vision, mission for your brand. But for me, basically, after a long time also working with my, I was able to come to a position of my end goal is to make sure, especially the mental challenges that I went through. Hata jana kuna program nimeget, but then ndakuchapia hiyo story fulani hapo, ndakuchapia tuone kama by your program kutoka majuu. But the thing is, I actually found out this guy jana too. But the thing is, I've struggled so much mentally, unajua, outside the game, kwa game, and after a long while nikagundua actually what I normally try to do is when I see somebody going through the same, I'm always like, nataka kusaidia. Hata kwa kama where I used to work, unapata manze, there was a lady who manze, because you've been employed, you're just letting people step over you. Nikamwambia buda zi manze, you know your work. Mpaka sasa umeingiliwa mpaka unaambiwa venye ujivayo ukikuja job na mtu mwingine. Nikamwambia unajua nini, madam manze, he's jealous of you. Wewe ni kitu madam, wewe ni kitu dunga madam. Nini wacha akuja ongee. Atakuvuta kazi juu unavaa vizuri. Sasa unajivaa kama mtu wa cause shit. So mimi nikionanga kitu kaa hiyo, yani kuna kitu ndani yangu is like I have to push this person to see like past hizo beliefs akonazo about him. You understand? You understand? So like, can I use basketball to pass this information? By working with my mentor, we came down with, so I use basketball to shift mindsets and raise potential in the youth, okay, through the game of basketball. You understand? Because whatever we do on the court, once you talk about that, tunafanya push ups ama tuna shoot, tuna hata na kwambia buda adjust tu utaendelea. Ukienda huko nje vitu zitakuwa zinaenda vizuri, utajua I know what I'm supposed to do but I'm not doing it. Akula alisema aje, tuna adjust na tunaendelea. Follow through ndio iko adjust na tunaendelea. Such things utajua hata subconsciously, utajipata tu you applying outside. So basically that's what I'm trying to do with these guys that I work with. Challenges that we went through. Hey, wadau, sijui kama nitaona questions zote, but if not, let me just read the comment here. Momo F anasema the best players have mastered all the forms of fundamentals. The great players know their role and can do it to maximum efficiency. Kabisa, I agree, my friend. Let me see if there's a question for both of us. Tuta discuss zile vitu zetu nadhani tutapata hata tujibu maswali. A question for both of you. What inspired you? What inspired the naming of your academies? Wow, hebu anza na yako bana.
Okay. Yangu rahisi. Year 2020 post-COVID. We all through in China used to have this idea of bringing the same system in Ilkoko this side. Yeah, but haikuwa like the future, my vision was not that clear, unajua, when I was there, because I never imagined myself coming back that soon. Actually, I was coming to visit, then nikakuwa blocked from going back because of COVID. Actually, it was a tough time. Kutoka month June around there, 2020. So we were brainstorming with Buza.
Buza, yes,
Buza,
sir.
yeah. Buza and area local. Yeah. So apparently they had the same idea before, and we used to go to the same gym with Buza. So after gym, I was just walking with Buza. Then I told him about this whole idea. He's like, "Yo, I have a friend of mine who's also interested in doing the same thing, and we've always been talking about this. So it's even amazing that you brought it up." So tukaamua ku hold a meeting, and everybody had the assignment to go and look for a name. So yeah, credit goes to Ariel Local. He's the one who even came up with the logo. Yeah, so mainly our drive is to, the name itself has a profound impact in someone who's just reading it, even when you join us, kuna hiyo like your blind to, you have to be a pro, unaona. So itakuforce to, you try to see what pros are doing, and being a pro is not just as a pro athlete. You can lead a professional life.
Yes.
You can lead a professional life, carry yourself as a professional, the way you talk, the way you interact with people, you need to be a professional. Some things we don't even understand how they work, and we don't even understand why good things and bad things are happening in our lives, because we agree about so much about ourselves. If we knew about ourselves, we would carry ourselves the way we need to, so in order for us to attract the things that we want, But
yes.
To be honest, they say only 2% are doing that in the whole world. Only 2% are successful.
Yeah.
That's the sad truth,
Yeah.
There is one survey that was done. 20 working men were being interviewed. They were asked, "Why do you wake up in the morning and go to work?" 20 working men. 19 out of 20 didn't have a foggiest notion of why they woke up in the morning and went to work. When they were asked, all they say is, "Everybody works." So, and it's happening, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, this is how guys are getting jobs out here. Macheki. I'm walking outside, I meet you as my friend. I ask you, "Yo, what are you doing these days?" You're like, "Nothing." I tell you, "Yo, there's a farm down there, they're paying so well." "How much, bro?" 100,000. "For real?" "Sawa. Kesho me apply." I get the job. I do the job for 40 years. I chose the job subconsciously. Then I'm complaining every time, "I don't like this place, they don't pay so well." But you made the decision. Yeah. So even one thing I came to learn at the very late stages of my life, because I understand these things at 25, I didn't know so much about the mind. The mind is so powerful, and even just understanding that you have the power to change your environment. Like only man has the godlike power to make the environment look as they want it to look like. And they also say that the harsh truth is everybody is where they are because that's where they want to be, whether they admit that or not, Because in the decision, you make the decision. You're not a tree. You're not a tree. It's the sad truth. Because I always blame circumstance. Yeah. So sorry for the extension. I was supposed to talk about the name. So yeah. So the name doing I entail all this stuff, and I think I'm so passionate about just talking about growth, bro. Growth. Yeah.
Kabisa man. Hapo tuko line moja. For me, the thing is, kuna hii podcast inaitwa School of Greatness ya Lewis Holmes. Yeah. So manze, hiyo podcast nilijenga deadly, yani unajua like I learned hizo my interview because nanibamba, and at some point I was like, nataka kufika mahali I actually do interview. Unajua that was like my vision. Niliona tu nikakuwa like nataka kufika mahali hapa in this interview. So
very possible manze.
Yeah manze. Pole tu msee. Hata kwanza hapa kwangu niko na vision fulani. Nimeona tu like nimeinvite msee amekuja lunch, tumekaa na tunashoot hapo podcast na like nimeiona kwa mind yangu na najua andika chini. Bude tukianza kuongelea self development. Bude tutatengeneza because tunaweza connect deadly. Tutaongea. So when I was watching that podcast, and then at some point during time ya corona, when corona was announced, mimi nilikuwa ule mse mara ya kwanza manzi nishaingia, nataka tu kujua, nataka kuona hii ni ufala ya gava tu zile za kutudanganyanga ama ni nini. So unaanza kuona ni serious. So after like 2 weeks za kukaa home, nikajiambia manzi, because I was working at Catholic University, I was like, for me actually not even 2 weeks, it was like a month. I was like, Buddha, I have access to a basketball court at Kwaya. So it's like, let me go back and train. Na niko na ndai, nikakuwa like, I go train, si niko kwa gari. Hakuna corona inanishika ama sijui nini. Na kwa kiwanja niko peke yangu. Even though hata kwa kichwa yangu haiko ina make sense some things, because nilikuwa naona like sijui kishika, sijui so kuna venye mimi hata nilibaingi tu sanitizer moja yenye bado niko mpaka sasa hivi singa nimefanya kwa bag. Nilikuwa na vanga sijui. Yaani kuna venye haziko na nimekea sense nyingine kwa historia siku nyingine. So I started going to train pale Kwea, and then guys like Rayo from MMU, guys from Rongai here, kina Jeff, Faustin, guys were like, hey Kulu, naweza come to train. There's this Alier from Mariel from anachezea junior, huyu high flyer wa Zitek. I was like, Kulu, can I come we train? So hivyo we started going to Kiambu, tunaenda tunacheza pale Mzuzi Park, we train in the morning. We train in the morning, alafu tunarudi Rongai na nini. And then sometime I was like, hii kitu by the way, I think naweza do. I think naweza fanya kitu ya kufundishana skills, because I was looking at nikam tukaanza kutrain. Alikuwa na dribble hivi, anafanya move na mko nyingine sijui nafanya aje, naambia Buda hakuna acha, tulia tu hapa tunaituliza. Unaona anaanza kuimprove kwa like. And then I was getting some, kuna venye nilikuwa nafurahia when I was doing that. I was like
fulfillment,
some sense of fulfillment. I was like, kitu naweza do. When I started, it was like Collins Elevates Your Game. Hiyo ilikuwa like jina ya kwanza, because I had a page on Facebook ilikuwa Collins Elevates You. The thing was, whatever content I share with you must be something that will take you to the next level. Ama itakuinspire, itakufundisha or something. Like, let me start talking about let me just talk to the men. Unajua mimi ni mwanaume, nimepitia life. Let me talk about men. There's a friend of mine anaitwa Joel Kobia. Akaniambia Kolo, Buda hapo after like making like I think 3 videos on YouTube. Akaniambia Kolo, Buda hapo na umetupa mbao. Akaniambia Buda hapo umetupa mbao. Akaniambia now let us put it this way. I wake you up in the morning 3 a.m. and I tell you, okay, I am a young man. I've broken up with my girlfriend. Help me. Utamwambia nini? Lakini nikuamshe 3 a.m. nikwambie Kulu niko na 1 hour. Situchape zoezi. Utaanza nini? Nakwambia bebe, mimi ukinipe zoezi hata kama sina notes naweza kupangia, as long as niko na time naweza kupangia drills na tuchape. Akaniambia Kulu usitupe mbao. Is a great speaker na kwa TV, is into leadership na coaching na nini. Anaitwa Joel Kobia, a very good friend of mine. Akaniambia Kulu usitupe mbao. Buddha basketball is in you, Buddha. Angalia, you asked guys to send you money so that you do a tournament, and guys actually trust you and sent you money because you're going to do a camp in Umoja for basketball. That was like I think 2019. Akaniambia uone hapo kuna kitu. Ulikuwa unaweka lives about, I think that was before. Akaniambia when you do something for basketball, somehow it works. Akaniambia your blessing is in basketball. And then the day that it actually hit my mind, ni ile siku alinipigia simu akaniambia, "Hey manze Kolo, I had a dream of you umebebwa juu, guys are lifting you up, you have a basketball, and the guys below you are telling you thank you." I was like, Buddha, your message imefika home. And I was like, I'm going to go all in. Juu nilikuwa na ile self doubt bado yenye niliongelea before. I was like, manze nitaweza. The assist in the lab, ama sijui feel hard. Manze nitaweza. But akaniambia Buddha, wewe umejitrainisha na ukaweza kuimprove. Akaniambia hata hizo program zako zilikuwa niambianga, chukua hizo program, train nazo watu, ulitumia na ukaimprove. Then I was like, sasa itabidi kama hapa na jina, but sasa hiyo nimekuachia. I was like, and then I thought of your podcast, School of Greatness. And I was like, I can use hoops to help anybody that I work with to get their personal greatness. And I was like, Buddha, hoops for greatness. Mara hiyo nikakaa chini ya graphic designer, nikatengeneza logo yangu. It was H, 2 balls, alafu greatness hapo chini. And then this year I made a new logo which is actually ni norma, inakaa vizuri sana. But basically that's how I came up with the name. And I was like, sasa thing is everything we do pale coach nini, I'm just trying to make sure that manze I'm helping you get closer to your own version of greatness. Your own version of greatness.
Just helping them to tap into their reservoirs of talents and abilities, manze.
Kabisa. So let me just read some comments. I think coaches tutafanya part 2. Tukuje sasa tuongelee tu goals vizuri because naona ni kama tutafanya part 2. Let me just read some comments. Alafu tuone. Let me just read some. Kuna comment nilikuwa nimeona hapa. See, just read. Shida comments zikishapita kuzirudia. Let me see. It is not strolling. Ndio hiyo mrudi. Tena ametupea hand claps. Thank you so much. Tena anasema that's quite a dream Kolo. Thank you so much manze. Yeah, we are going after this dream. Na tutazi accomplish with the help of God and our collaborations. Tutaendelea hivyo. Okay. Sijui ni aje nika zimekuwa mingi hadi. Okay, let me just read another. Good point coach. Thank you Coach Louis. Marial, thank you man. Ndio msinipa naongelea. Anasema I'm always a big fan of you coach. Thank you so much. Acha tujibu hii swali because naona hata Lil Karaoke. Thank you so much. DM coach kwa page yake ya Pro Basketball and atakupa details on how you can join his academy. Simko na jina wadau. Sasa hii inasoma wapi? JXRRY.47. Shauri. Sawa. So nakwambia anauliza who would you all consider inamaanisha nini? Who would you all consider a complete player? Is it like in the NBA ama in terms of features ama nini? Unaweza jibu hiyo nikiangalia nyingine. I think in terms of features
I think in terms of skills a player who just understands their role in the game. Always ready to learn and grow in that role. I think that's the best definition I can come up with right now. But in terms of a good player entail a lot of qualities, you know. He has to be a good person. He or she needs to be coachable too.
Yes.
Attitude. Now that comes to attitude, yeah.
For me, fundamentally sound. Mtu anapenda fundamentals. A player who loves fundamentals. When your coach amesema you can be who's coachable. Somebody wants to learn more. mtu anakuja na maswali, coach manze, kuna venye kwa game sina confidence ama nini, what can I do? Then napatanga ma DMs. Guys tell me, coach, I want to move from this position to this other position. What do I do? Or to come up, I'm like, Buddha, I'll give you everything I know. Yani nitakupea anything I know. Nitakusaidia as much as possible. No, because he already that attitude. Kuna mtu alisema, give me what? Give me a coachable player and I'll show you a great player or something like that. Nakumbuka coach kama hiyo mahali. But you have to be coachable, and then we also like players who are let me not say we also like players ni kama acha niseme hivi, like that is just a quality kama what I've seen. Is self motivated. Unajua si ule player wa budo uko wapi bana, kamba na tunikapa kwa stage na tunaenda
push.
Buda hapana, mtu coach nishaamka niko kwa stage kama hawa na uko like good bwacha nikamke, you respect them even more, unaona. So such qualities. And then somebody, I think one of the best qualities of a good player is somebody who, I don't know, this is the side of being human, like you understand other players, like you understand other your teammates to the point where manze, you are not the captain or anything, but you can lead. Ushaonanga ule player?
I don't know kama umesoma book inaitwa Leader Without a Title.
Nimesoma book.
So I think basically ona tunajaribu kumaanisha yani. Like leadership is not position. You know, it's not position. Anyone can lead from wherever rank you are, you know, be it in an organization or a team. A bench player can lead the team too. Because leadership it's more about influence.
Yes.
So if you can influence someone, you can lead. And kila mtu anaweza kuwa leader. It's just a skill, and all skills are learnable. So hakuna kitu. There's ndio ile some guys are born with that leadership leaning, but anyone can develop the leader within themselves.
Like your own unique style. There's a program that through there's this guy anaitwa Dr. Kinyanjui Nganga, who is actually now in the States at a family church. So there's a program that he has called My Life Journey, and part of the program, it was a class that we went through the whole year, and there was a month where we talked about personality types. Hiyo kitu ilinijenga mbaya. Kwanza kama point guard ama sema tu kama two guard, if you can understand personalities, one of the best leaders, because you understand kama ni Louis, this I talk to him. If it is Colo, he can shout at him and he'll get the point.
True. Kama introvert, kuna watu ma introverts.
Always
approach the same way to approach another person. Najua lazima understand.
Na hiyo pia ni kitu maboto na plan.
Hiyo inataka sasa, hiyo ni kukua in the present. For you to be in the present to understand your surrounding. You have to be in the present to understand all this. Unajua. Hawezi kwa session and tell players things like, back in my time, man, you're talking Isha. Talk about now, you know. I understand you're not playing right now, but what are you doing as a coach? Do you wake up early in the morning? What are you doing to grow your mind, you know? You used to be a good player. What are you doing right now? Stop telling players I used to, you know. You have bad knees, but what are you doing with what you have right now? You're forcing these kids to go hard, but what are you doing to show that you're going hard? Unajua, guys are not just gonna follow your words. They're looking at you. These kids are smart.
At you. They follow what you're doing. Not exactly what you're saying, but they embody what you're doing, your actions.
Exactly. They'll speak the same way you speak, you know. You need to have like a common language. Like if I walk into your practice, you might be saying like a term like box out. Your players are on another word for it. You're not sharing the same language. So, what are you teaching? You know, vitu kama hizo. kama sisi tunapenda kusema cross twin, you know. If I tell players go in out cross twin, they understand. Unajua?
Yes.
Yeah, so just these kids are looking at us. We need to go hard too as coaches. Bado tuko alive.
Cheki video ya
sorry bro, mtu hawezi kujia tu na all the theory about body, I don't know, literacy. Man, you've got a big belly, you barely work out, you know, come on.
Yeah,
so you've grown your mind, you have the knowledge. How about your body?
Yes.
Hey.
Ni ukweli by the especially for guys who unajua kuna wale sema mse kama wewe angalia hata mseka feel hard ni mzae lakini the guy still shows the dream anazifanya vizuri na nini. He's not doing like going hard but he's able to demonstrate and we are sure kuna mali you not be able to demonstrate ama nini but because you've been doing something in the present by the time unafika hapo kama Budu umekaa pale TED Talk, you are talking about how to mama nini but guys because they know what you've been doing man and again umenifurahisha hiyo during our time pale wa
unafanya demo, you do a demo or a drill, you know, sometimes you miss in shots. Unajua but always it is 5 manze.
Hata builds manze unaweza like wanachezanga pale. There's a time kitambo used to go at times in the morning like this guy he has the belly ama nini but buda hiyo form akiinuka hivi uko like basket hapo let me tell you something about Parklands hapo to sports club. Sports club. There was a guy because of that friend of mine who died, I can't afraid. He introduced me to that place, Parkland Sports Club, because kitambo ulikuwa nanga hapo uko like this is where presidents only come in ama so kuna do ama nini zilika hizo. So kuna venye one time Kolo come to Zai tuwafunge my friend, I have never forgotten that game. We played with 4 older guys. Buddha, we lost all the 6 games. After the game, when actually I learned about kuna hiki tunaitwa experience because I remember there's a guy called Coach Danger, but this Coach Danger aliendanga wapi? This guy
unajua watu wewe. Umekuwa industry for long. You're a dinosaur manze.
Nimepitia watu wengi Buddha. I remember he don't taught me. Ndio hiyo sasa. Akamaliza akanicoach yani so this guy taught me like the jump shot because huyu jamaa alikuwa mzae lakini anapasiwa ball immediately ako kwa hewa and he say Kolo do your homework chwak ndani Kolo do your homework I'm like anata magoti ananifungaje and then after he now mentoring me akanifundisha manze alinisaidia jump shot ulikuwa unaniambia kwa Robi alicheza sasa na times za kina Kiganya huyo jamaa the best catch and shoot sasa ndio alinifundisha catch and shoot aliniambia Kolo yeye sasa alikuwa ule player ball ikiingia unajua like nowadays you'll get the ball utaipeleka chini kidogo but this was to deep and then but Robi was like he gets the ball inaingia hapa kwa pocket. It's just he goes up. Alikuwa na catch and shooting in very quick and it's not like in a hurry but it's quick. But the time hivi ako kwa hewa and nikamuuliza Robi kule hiki tunafanyanga aje ni aje uko slow quick akaniambia kuja hapa Buddha akanipeleka step by step karibu 6 hours Buddha mpaka ile kaingia, no difference tu kidogo tu, and then I started working on it ikanisaidia. Somebody like that, unajua hata kuja kuambie, hata kuja hapo ananiambia manze siku zetu alikuwa ananifunga saa hizo buda. Anakufunga na buda. Me like my goal is maybe now is the guys that I train like now, kina Jake, Adrian, my goal is ifike mahali wanaweza ni beat hands down, hapo nitakuwa niko sawa. Like nicheki siwaoni. That's your joy. Msonga. Okay, wacha tuangalie swali kama mbili ama ni moja. Fly good. Mtu ameuliza hapa Sachax. Do you guys ever arrange pickup games? I think Nairobi lacks the culture. Unaweza sema you normally organize times pale Parklands. There's a time ilikuwa hata Parklands jika panikanga. We used to go for pickups huko Hope Center. Used to be a culture. Nowadays I don't know about that side. Huko Rongai, I confident the challenge is basketball court. Buda kama sasa hivi training at Laser Hill, so there you can't like guys kutoka nje mkuje tu mcheze pickup unless it's a friendly, and then the other court is uko mbele ukielekea side nyingine side za Kiseria ni huko, so there's that challenge kiwanja. I don't know about Nairobi, si tuko Rongai, but Nairobi pale from the last time huko manze nikiishi Nairobi kama uko Kahawa West wapi kulikuwa na culture nini manze. We used to go for pickups pale Nairobi. Barclays, unaona, I think mali kuna kiwanja people go for pickups. Unaona, mali kuna kiwanja people go for pickups. But anyway, bebe tutakuja moja ukipanga, we even maybe shoot the whole game na nini to share na tuendelee. Now as we finish first of all, manze, thank you so much for joining. Najua hili we had a challenge of with the technology and whatnot, but now the next time again it's a learning progress.
True.
So now we've learned what went wrong. So I think tutaona maybe better next Wednesday sasa tunaweza kuja with us. Tutasema tota maybe ni part 2. We can now discuss about what's na vitu vingine. But
for sure
you joined us. We are happy guys. If you learned something, watch emoji hapo, sema yes I learned something, I mean it was fun. If there's something that maybe if you have other coaches ama guys that want us to bring on the call, me nitumie DM wadau. Is something you want us to talk about that you know can have an impact on the youth ama on the game, tafadhali let me know. Okay, and then we'll do come in, let mtu ama is something research, come and share. Napiga tu story hapa and we continue learning together. Let me just read one more comment hapa. Coaches are vessels. You know, Sachax. Coaches are vessels, a medium that transfers knowledge to elevate and guide other humans. For us, through basketball. Very true, manze. Very true. I totally. Let me. Zado kanasema you guy, ni mtu wangu mbaya sana. Acha niangalie kama kuna any other. Coach Zado amesema there are 2 kids coming to December. Walete bana. Tutafanya kazi. Okay. So guys, whoever who joined us, kama uliingia ukatoka ukarudi ama kama umekuwa all through, manze, we are so happy, we are so thankful. Next Wednesday same time tutakuwa hapa, we continue with these conversations that help us grow as basketball players, coaches and just humans. So hi Coach Louis, where can people find you online? Internet yake ni kama imehang. But guys, on this post I'm going to tag his page. Ama unaweza angalia tu hapa hivi Pro Basketball Kenya. Okay? Pro_basketball_academy Kenya. Hiyo ndio page yake.